Do you regret Brexit?
I don't really know. Nah.
I didn't know what it was, and then I thought, is it Britain exit? Is that where they got it from?
Itt vagyunk Manchester belvárosában, és az Azonnali csapata most átlagos briteket, az utca britjét kérdezi meg arról, hogy mit gondol a brexitről. Megbánták-e azt, hogy a brexit megtörténik, vagy éppen örülnek neki, és egyetlen merre tart Nagy-Britannia. Azt is megkérdezzük, hogy szeretnék-e a teljes brexitet, és szeretnék-e azt, hogy más országok kilépjenek az Európai Unióból. Kit raknának ki legelőször, ha Britannia után másokat is választhatnának? Do you regret Brexit or you like it?
I regret Brexit.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing for Britain as a whole.
No, I absolutely regret it, man. It's an absolute nonsense. This should not be happening.
I don't regret it.
So you like it, right?
I don't like the way it's been handled. I think it's been handled particularly bad.
I think we should have stayed in. Rubbish. So that's my opinion. Rubbish.
I originally voted out, and now I'm starting to regret that vote because I feel that I was lied to.
When we got the news, it was just like, what is going on? What?
I voted to leave the European Union, but not for the same reasons as the Tories and UKIP and right-wing parties did in this country. Because I think the EU stands for like austerity and neoliberalism, and I would like to support a socialist Europe rather than a neoliberal Europe, which is what I think the EU is at the minute.
I want to keep my job and my pension and everything else that we're going to lose in the case of a hard Brexit, because we will be in terrible, terrible economic situation. It'll be a huge recession. It'll be worse than the financial crash.
I'm pretty on the fence. Like, if it goes badly, I'll regret it. If it goes well, I'll say it was good.
Yes, I think I do regret it. I think we should have stayed now.
The campaign was poorly run and sort of deceptive, and I don't think it was a fair vote, really, if you look at the big picture.
I think we was told a lot of lies.
We weren't told the truth. We weren't told anything really. So you don't know what you're actually voting for. So
I blame the government for not giving you enough information.
I don't get what is that? Brexit, yeah.
People didn't know enough about Brexit to vote.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we were voting for, did we, really, with Brexit? You know, that was the problem.
Only because we were told by politicians, oh, we'd be better off coming out because of this, we'd be better off staying in because of this. We don't believe politicians.
Why has your opinion changed over time?
Because I think we were misled by many politicians. I think the whole story was never told. It should never have been an in-out vote. It should have been a more informed referendum, so we should have been given more detail.
I just didn't vote. I just thought, because I'm not really into politics, I don't really kind of understand it all proper.
So you never vote?
No, not really, no. I should do, but I don't.
I did vote, and I voted because I don't know anything about it, and I usually go what my mum says, but I thought if I don't know anything about it, then vote to stay in, so nothing will change.
What they should have done with the referendum is put, like, instead of just a yes/no, they should have had like gradients. So do you want us to leave like the trade union and all that, or like all this sort of stuff, movement of people, and have people cross it off that way as opposed to a yes/no? Because it was only 52%, so it's almost 50.
Do I regret it? Yeah. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't bother me.
But do you think Brexit is a good thing or a bad thing?
I'd say it was a good thing because we should just do our own thing. We shouldn't follow over, like everyone else.
Britain is capable of making its own decisions within the world. We don't need to be part of a bloc to be a democracy. We can look after ourselves.
I'm Scottish, although basically the whole country voted to remain.
I don't believe in it, no.
You don't believe in Brexit?
No.
Why? What's the problem with it?
It's a pile of crap.
I don't think it make any difference what they do in or out. It won't make any difference to this country, I don't think.
I think the European Union is, it's not what it was intended to be.
Regardless of what your opinion on Europe is, There is no good way to leave.
This country is going to be on its knees. We're not going to have any proper trade deals. Do you think that the European Union are going to give us any sort of deals that we need? What about the Irish border? What about all the Europeans that are already here? What about the British citizens that are in Europe already?
Can't regret something that you don't know anything about, you know.
I think Brexit is pretty shit. Is that allowed? Brexit's terrible to the economy and everything else involved. If I wanted to move to Spain and have the best time, I don't want to be stuck in this shit country. And I think a lot of the people in Britain also don't want to be stuck here.
I want to travel around Europe for cheap, please, and not have to go through horrible visa travel. It's a nightmare.
I'd love to move to Spain. I don't want to pay visas. Sorry.
Do you think other countries should leave the EU?
Yeah.
Which country would be the first you'd pick when you have to choose?
Any? Any.
Any of the European countries, European Union countries.
Any.
Denmark, and that's just plucked from the air.
What's the problem with Denmark?
There isn't a problem with Denmark. I just think that they're quite laid back. It's a cool country. I think they're quite politically educated, so I think it would validate us if a country like that were to join us. They're not going to, but...
Hungary.
Hungary.
Hungary?
Yeah.
Spain or Italy. Why? It's beautiful people, beautiful country.
I don't know. What countries are in the France?
France.
I think one of the Scandinavian countries may be next, but I'm not sure exactly which one.
Ireland, probably. I think the EU are using Ireland and the border situation. It's a nasty thing that they're doing.
Some countries maybe need the EU. They maybe need this kind of security and just stability. Britain doesn't need the EU. France doesn't need the EU. Germany doesn't need the EU.
I think other countries should leave the EU and we should come together again on a socialist basis.
No one should leave. It's a bad idea.
I don't know. It's hard to answer. Like, you know, you have some views on some things, but some views on others. Like, it's great being in the EU for one thing, but then it's great to be out of the EU for another thing.
Within the EU and outside the EU are the same things?
Yeah, it's just all the same things.